All right, next up, you're in for a treat. Our Q4 strategy sessions. We're having for the first time ever on the show, but you know him, you love him. One of the most likable and smart people in the automotive industry, Russell Richardson, aka RussFlipsWhips, aka new father, soon to be. You kind of like got the world on a string right now, dude. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me on. This is exciting. I'm pumped up now. I didn't know there was gonna be intro music.
Dude, we don't do anything. I have a little jukebox. I hang it on my belt buckle, and just when I go anywhere, intro music.
He walks in a room and intro music plays.
I don't really. That would be pretty funny though.
I love that.
You should hear when I come out of the bathroom. Right?
Yeah.
Big heavy metal music, Victorious, the whole thing.
He walks slowly, even though there's not a slow-mo camera on.
I throw my own confetti in the air as I walk through it and emerge. Russ, thanks for joining us today. You've definitely taken the marketing, personal branding, social media world in automotive by storm over the last year. You've been across the world. You've been in Australia. You've been all over this country. You have your own training consulting company, bringing that to other dealers now. Just tell us, what are you focusing on in Q4 as we round the year? What are you focusing on from social strategy, what people should be talking about, what dealers should be doing, what steps they should be taking? Your show, man.
Yeah, I think dealers should just sit around and wait for the OEM to market for them and hope people come in.
Says no strategist ever.
Came with it.
No, I mean, Q4 got to be the easiest time of year to talk about what your incentives are on social media. And this dials back to what we preach in our social media consulting, which is you need to build a brand, you need to give value, and then when you ask, you will receive. So if the dealers I've been working with over the last 6 months, 8 months, year that have been building value, getting followers, entertaining people, now it's that time of year to ask. You got to ask, and you have a real reason to ask. You're going to have incentives, programs, and you can talk about that on social media. I mean, every dealer, every franchise, every OEM is going to have a different thing that's going on. For example, last month, halfway through the month, I believe Ford came out with some crazy tier bump from tier 5 to tier 0. You could be a 580 and get 1.9 for 20 years. I forget what it was. And one of the dealers we consulted was like, what should we do? I was like, I would have every salesperson go out and make a video and explain it the best they can in their own words. And they did, and they generated hundreds of leads. And I think the numbers are still boiling out. They're still working on the actual attribution. But I think from that one campaign that they ran internally, they generated over 60 sales. Just talking about
something. Well, let's talk about this. So why were they in a position for that to work so well, though? Right? No, I'm not saying, but like you can tell people to go out and make a post. Right. And it sounds to me that they had like this little army already that they were like, here are the marching orders for this morning. And everyone did it. And it worked. Yeah.
So there was we went out and trained them, and they're a pretty private group. So I won't name who it was, but we went out and trained them. You could probably figure out through my social media who it is if you want to. We go out and train them. They get the training. Everyone's bought in. This group's amazing. They didn't make anyone take the training that didn't want to do it, but they got legitimate buy-in. And I think we ended up training like 180 people, and they bought in. So they're making these videos, they're being entertaining, they're giving value, the car buying advice, the whole 9 yards, everything we preach. And then this opportunity arose, and I just happened to be in a meeting with them doing a follow-up session. I get cut off by their sales director, and he's like, hey, Russ, if you were us, this just came out now, what would you do? I said, I'd end this meeting. If I was at your store, I would walk out of this meeting and go make a video on it, which is true because I did that once. When Lincoln and Ford announced employee pricing, I literally left the meeting to go make a video on it. You can fact check me. First person in the world to announce that to social media. Ended up doing like over 15 million views. Ended up generating hundreds of leads. Unfortunately, I quit a week later, so I didn't sell any of those leads.
You're like, I'm going to show you how much this doesn't matter to me.
Baby, out with the bang.
I create leads in my sleep. I don't even care. I spill more on the floor than I got.
I did end up helping a local Ford store sell a lot of cars. Our Lincoln store did end up selling, I believe, like 15. Because I'm a good guy. I didn't quit on bad terms. So I kept dishing them the leads. And then I know a guy that owns a Ford store. But like when this news drops, you can bring it to the table so quick with the phone in your pocket. I love the OEMs, but they're going to do they're going to have like a 12-hour long meeting on how they should go about it.
Well, and then it's going to go through 12 hours of compliance.
Then you can have a sales guy pull out his phone and be like, Ford just did the craziest thing. Let me tell you. And they understood how to make this work, I can show you guys. I mean, I think they generated over 4 million impressions / views just on TikTok. I mean, they're on Instagram, Facebook, the whole 9 yards. Some of the sales guys videos got a couple thousand views. Many of them got over 800,000 views, which those views turned into inquiries. Those inquiries turned into credit apps, and those credit apps turned into sales. And they actually did a really good job documenting
what's so key to me about this is like, it's we actually ran a campaign for our media launch a few weeks ago that ended up getting, we can't even trace all the views because I think we had over 80 pieces of UGC content across automotive floating in every corner. And this is the thing that you get when you democratize or diversify your advertising strategy across your whole organization. If like a dealership's post that if you posted one time would get a small amount of views, in order to get anywhere close to that views would take some level of millions of dollars of ad dollars placed behind it to get it into the ecosystem. But 160 people democratizing information across many different social channels, like the speed to like getting into people's feeds is so much quicker if you just release control at the root level and give that to your employees.
And a little secret hack I'll put you on: the older guys and gals that are doing this are crushing it. They're not getting the mega views, but there are older people on social media. You can't tell me otherwise. And they might not relate with RussFlipsWhips. They might not relate with a younger guy, but then they see someone who looks like them and talks like them. Now they're instantly and I have a gentleman who's like 55 years old that does social media. Honestly,
is he an older guy now?
Oh, that's
I'm not in my 50s yet, but I'm just hold on. The other day I got a survey and I was roped into 45 to 55.
Wow.
It was a moment. I had a moment. Okay, I'm just teasing. Okay, had this older guy at 55 ancient. Like when you ask a 5-year-old how old am I, they're like 82, right? Like,
but a 55-year-old car salesperson doing TikTok and Instagram, that's
for sure on TikTok,
there especially. Are older people on social media and they see Russ and I'm all, and guys like me are all they have to watch or look. So they might not be reaching out to guys like me because I might talk too fast for them. I might just not be their pace of life. Then they see a 55-year-old guy trying his best, putting out a video. Is this on? Hey, I work at this dealership, and they generate leads because there's older people on there that do consume.
Like appreciate that, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. Okay, so I'm a dealer. I don't have a lot of this going on right now. I think the people who hear this advice and hear your kind of your direction on this that already have a little bit of an ecosystem going, they know exactly what to do. If I'm a dealer, I haven't started any of this. I've wanted to. What are some low-hanging fruit things and ways that I can coach my team to actually start and do something?
Yeah, I mean, we have a very simple, easy to follow process. The toughest part about it is being consistent with it. You want to be on all platforms. I don't loop in LinkedIn in the bucket for car salespeople, although LinkedIn can be very great for executives, managers, owners. But you want to be posting on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. It's hard to set them up, kind of, but once they're set up, posting is so simple. And you want to be posting one video per working day. And you can't tell me nobody has time for this. There's time. Even if you're walking to your car at night, wrapping up your day, just talking. Some of our best students we work with just tell stories like, man, I had a customer buy 3 cars today and here's what happened. Boom. People find that interesting. I think getting people out of their comfort zone and posting on social media accomplishes a few things. One, brand awareness. You're putting your dealership on the map and your salesperson's now potentially having the opportunity to generate their own leads just by posting once per day. Secondly, we have found people aren't as good at talking as they think they are. You put somebody in front of a camera, they can't talk for a minute straight. I don't care what you say. How do you sound with a customer for 2 hours? You say more than you think. You have these awkward pauses and mess ups more than you think. And your confidence of your sales team will go through the roof. And that happened for me. Watch my first YouTube video. It's out there. I did a Lincoln Aviator review. I said 50 times in 7 minutes. And I don't think I said once today other than saying the word So it's not even the biggest outcome if you don't generate leads is just becoming a better presenter.
The practice of communication proficiency.
And then you hear yourself back. If you're a car salesperson, when was the last time you recorded yourself doing a meet and greet or walking around on a vehicle or even presenting numbers? You can see how you sound and then it exposes the flaws and you can get better. So I would record anything at all and then post it. It's like so simple, but so hard for a lot of people to execute on.
Last question. I'm a dealer. I'm afraid to put my brand in the hands of my people because I'm thinking of all the things that could go wrong. What are you saying to me?
Why wouldn't you think of all the things that could go right?
There we go. I don't.
Come on.
Listen, you know who he is. You know how to find him. Russell Richardson on LinkedIn. Everywhere else, it's Russ Flips Whips. He can train your people. He can convince you. He can give you great short answers, and he will definitely make you smile. Russ, thanks for being with us today.
Gentlemen, thank you.